Ah, geez, I'm gonna have to spend an extra power here. Hello everybody and welcome back to Mars Horizon. So in our last episode we successfully became the first space agency to launch the artificial satellite, which is really good. It means that we can probably work next on one of these, so maybe doing the animals in space mission, or possibly having a look at the moon and doing the lunar orbit. Now the lunar orbit would get us 900 science. There are also some suggested parts, so we would probably have to research the next stage. Let's see what the suggested parts are for the animal in space mission. Yep, so whatever happens they want us to do the next stage, I guess, in research, which I guess is fine. It looks like Russia's already researched animals in space, so they're well on the way. Nobody has currently researched the lunar orbit, and I do want to get to that crewed moon landing, so I would really like to get to that point. So I think when it comes to research and our mission research, I'm going to go for lunar orbit. I would like to get to the moon first. It's basically what I'm saying. We do have some stuff going on at base. Mission control is currently being built. We do have the spacecraft assembly facility, which we can build. That'll give us reliability training for the payload, which will probably be good for moon missions. It does cost 100 grand, but we do have that in the bank. Right, so this here would give us vehicle build cost and vehicle build time reductions. That would be 5% reduction to vehicle build time, but we don't have the cash to place it down there. Over here it would reduce the payload build cost by 6%. That would increase reliability and reduce the cost. That would reduce the cost and increase reliability as well. So that wouldn't be too bad. So that's a big square building, so it doesn't really matter if we move it around. So that's reliability and cost reduction. Reliability increased, cost reduction. Cost 2%, 3% build cost reduction. So I think this is a nice place. We do get a bit of reliability. It doesn't change the time. Everything seems to be done in months anyway, so I think that's fine. So we've got things building. It's kind of good because the tutorial wants us to do the mission control. The other thing we can look at is the request mission. I probably don't have enough money now to do the request mission. But there is this one here for high altitude photography. So let's plan the mission. I can plan the rocket, I suppose, and they are sounding rockets that we're locked into. This one is called the Colossus. I will go with that name. It's going to cost 76 grand to build, so we're going to have to wait 2 months before we can actually do that. So I will speed through that. Okay, fears over the artificial satellite. Following your agency launching the first artificial satellite, 7 foreign newspapers have claimed that the satellite represents a global security threat. NASA have requested that your agency release the full specifications of your payload to prove its scientific purposes. Okay, your advisors believe agreeing with the request will improve reputation with NASA, but they will also gain science. Well, even though it's a space race, as the ESA, we do have bonuses for working with different agencies. So I think we will share the specifications. There we go. So we have given science to NASA, but they like us more, and that's good because that might be good for missions in the future. We have researched the Earth missions, the Moon missions. So let's go ahead and start looking at these. So maybe we will go for the Jupiter. So that can get to the moon. All of these can get to the moon. Or that can go to the Earth. The Scout. They all require a small launch pad. I think I'm going to go for the Jupiter. That's got 75% reliability. That does increase reliability by 5% per launch and takes 2 months. So this takes longer, but it is more reliable. In terms of cost, 95k, 123, 62. So the Jupiter rocket does seem to be the sort of premium rocket that I could go for. But I am going to do that because if I'm going to spend a lot of money in sending something to the moon, I want it to work. We can only research one thing at a time. Active missions. Yes, this one here. We still don't have enough money, I'm afraid. So it's an active mission, but we can't do anything. Mission control will be done next turn, which is nice. Okay, mission control is responsible for the critical phase of a mission. So we've got another mission slot. We've finished the Jupiter research. Is that the Russians' satellite in orbit there? Let's double check. So yeah, Russia is still the only one that's done animals in space. It looks like Russia has, oh no, China has completed, and Russia are due to launch for the artificial satellite. We could pick up a second request mission, but I want to finish this one first. Orbital radio is a challenge, so maybe that'll be harder. Okay, let's see our plan for this. We do have enough money to do it now, so we can build our sounding rocket and confirm and build that vehicle. Okie dokie. Right, back to research. Let's go to vehicles. Let's unlock the upper stage. So that's all looking good. Next turn we will have our assembly facility complete, which is lovely. And the Jupiter rocket research has also been completed, which is brilliant. And that means we can carry those small payloads. Let's have a look at the research again. Let's go back to our missions. We need the payload for the lunar mission, so I will research that one. Funding review next month, and we also get our rocket completion. Cool. So what are we getting? We're getting a nice bump up, so we're going to be making 100 grand a month. That's very nice indeed. We're getting some nice funding, and our high altitude photography rocket is done. Let's see if we can actually launch it. We can do some reliability training. We'll do that, and we're not in any particular rush this time, so we could. So the max bonus is 15%. So if we waited until August, we would get that 15%, but it's probably not going to be worth waiting that long and preventing us from doing another mission. So I'm going to take that to April instead. That'll give us a nice 9% boost to reliability. It does mean, however, if something goes wrong in April, we will have to delay for a couple of months, but then we'll go up to that 15% reliability. So that mission is approved, which is very nice indeed. Well, let's wait for the payload research to finish before we... Now, how long is that going to take? 2 months. No, that's the build time. I guess it's just going to take however long it takes. We have got 150,000 on us at the moment, so we could just go ahead and take one of these missions. Solar wind monitoring. That sounds doable. Launch a basic satellite to monitor the effects of solar wind upon the Earth's magnetosphere. Okay, I like the sound of this one. It's a quick mission. It'll give us some science. It does need a payload. This is the only payload we have. Oh no, it isn't. We've got a couple of different payloads. Oh, so we could go for this increased power payload. It will cost more money, but it would give us a significant increase to the amount of power. This one's cheaper, but it's not as reliable. This one's got extra comms, which is quite nice as well. So let's have a look at more information. Okay. So achieve Earth orbit is the tasks, which required 1 data and 1 comms and 2 data. So if we went for the increased comms rating, I'm not sure if that would be helpful. If we went for extra power, we might be able to achieve this easier. That would cost a lot more though. So less info please. The additional comms does look nice. We don't have the same amount of power though. Power would be a nice safety net. Is there any difference here? So the reliability is down. So that'll keep the reliability the same, and it gives us more power. So this is like the safety net option. So I'm gonna do that. So let's build that payload, and let's go forward a bit. Okay, data from your recent artificial satellite mission has confirmed that belts of trapped radiation surround Earth, shielding the planet from the sun's cosmic rays. Isn't that nice? That's really cool. So we've gained 200 science for that. That takes us even closer to unlocking the payload for the moon mission. Let's move on to the next month. And our solar wind monitoring payload is complete. So apparently we're going to have a more expensive vehicle, but we are going to have reduced build time by 25%, which isn't too bad. We can select the vehicle. Let's design it. Right, so we only need to achieve Earth orbit for this one. So let's have a look at the booster. We could probably just get away with this one here. The Jupiter is the one that can get all the way to the moon, so we don't need that. Yeah, so this one is probably fine. I think it's kind of reliable. Okay. So this little sign, I'm guessing, means we have to research it. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead with this one because it's the only one we can use. Well, we can use this one, but it's just far too big for what we need and far too expensive as well. So we'll go with this one, the Emerald, whatever it's called. For upper stage, we will just go for the Topaz. This fulfills all of the requirements for the rocket that we need to build. It is going to cost us £120,000 and it's going to take 2 months to build. It does say here that we can save the design. Let's give it a name. Let's call it the let's call it the foxglove. Why not? So this is the foxglove rocket design. Let's save that. Just in case we've got a satellite mission again, we'll know what we're getting into, and this design should raise in reliability over time as we use it. So let's build that. Very good. Foxglove is approved. So we've got our test launch next month for the high altitude photography, so that's very exciting. So let's have a look at that. Okay, race to space. The prospect of launching the first human into space is dominating the newspapers. Oh goodness. Most have labelled it an impossible endeavour, whilst the less sceptical outlets claim a rival agency are bound to get there first. Ooh. I can say that I'm going to win, or I can decline to enter the race. Now, we are heading for the moon, so it's not really on our plan at the moment. And we are behind on the race to get the animal into orbit. That said, it doesn't mean we can't do it. I think there'll probably be negative impacts if we say that we're going to win the race and then we don't. Oh boy. Oh, we have to do it though. The game is all about a space race, right? That gives us some support. We've accepted the challenge. We're going to have to see what it's going to take to do that. But I do think we probably need to do the animal launch first. Right, so we've got 66% success rate here. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's not raining. That's a good start. I'm always happy when it's not raining. So I won't have to delay the launch. Let's just hope it actually goes up and it doesn't explode. Oh boy. Let's see what happens. Right. Adequate conditions. That's fine. Let's do the launch. 4, 3, 2, 1, go! I love how slow and drawn out the actual launch is. Okay, everything looks fine so far. I believe in you, little rocket. I know you can do this. You can get up there. Come on. Oh, looks like we did have a negative effect. We had system damage. But we did do it, I think. Our sounding rocket has improved so that reliability is going to increase. It's very nice. And the mission is complete. So, very good. We got some reputation and some science from doing that. Very nice indeed. Oh, and with that, it looks like we've actually completed the tutorial. Thank goodness for that. Good luck, director. Thank you. But please don't come back. You're thoroughly annoying. Okay, so human in space. That is going to take quite a bit of effort, I believe. Nobody's researched it yet. Nobody's researched the satellite imaging. But Russia and China have done the animal in space. China is actually going to launch, and the Soviet Union hasn't quite planned the mission, but they have researched it. On the other side of the gap, up here on the moon, it does look like Japan has researched the lunar orbit, but they haven't planned a mission yet. So I think we really need to get going. We are going to be a month before we finish the research on that one. So let's move ahead. And that research is now complete. So I think now we've got everything we need to do the moon launch. The reliability is increased on the Foxglove, which is very nice. Very happy with that. So let's just choose the reliability training again for that one, and let's have a look at a launch date. We'll go for August. We could go to September, but I'm going to go for August. Although I'm not in a particular rush, so we could go out to October. Well, that is an awful long time. Let's go to August. That's fine. Okay, so we've got a relatively successful chance there at launch date. Confirm mission setup. Cool. Soviet Union will be launching an animal into space in 12 months. Okay. So that would be the next line for us to go down. It looks like we could do human in space. So we sort of ignore the animal in space bit and go straight for researching human in space. Let's do that. And let's take a look at the moon. So lunar orbit. Let's plan the mission. First thing we need to do is select a payload. Now let's have a look at more information. What's required from us? So we will need quite a bit of comms here. We will need 3 comms. We need 4 data, and we also need 3 navigation. Will anything help us with navigation? This would give us more data, which is good because we do need a lot of data, and that would give us way more comms. So we could then achieve our comms in like one go. Let's have a look at what we're getting. So it looks like we get reduced reliability for everything, apart from the standard one. 76 is the base line. 6 power. There isn't one that would give us extra power. That would give us extra data and doesn't reduce the reliability too much. So that might be a nice one to go for. Yeah, I might go for that one because that 2 and 4 seem to be quite high. So yeah, I'll go for the observation one, the observation module. We'll select this payload and we will go ahead and build it. And let's wait a little while that's built. We are going to research humans in space in a while. So that's 1. The Pioneer should be complete. Cool. We're increasing our vehicle build time, but we're going to have a better reward if we actually pull this off. So let's have a look at the lunar orbit vehicle. So the upper stage, we're going to go for the Jupiter. We've already decided we're going for the Jupiter, and the booster is going to be the Jupiter as well. Very good, very good. This is going to cost more money than we've got for now, so I'm going to just save the design. I want to give it a better name though. Oh, actually, the Grandiose isn't a bad name. So let's just make sure that one's saved, and then we can basically wait now. So it's going to cost us a little bit more money. So let's. We have got a launch next month, so that's going to be quite fun. Oh, your engineers have discovered a manufacturing error in a key component on the Pioneer payload for your upcoming lunar orbit. I can't afford to have a reduction in the reliability for that, so I'm gonna have to replace that component. That is gonna mean it's gonna be longer for us to do the next stage in that lunar mission, but there you go. Right, solar wind monitoring. Let's launch. This is the exciting bit. I do like the launches. Okay guys, lovely clear day. This has got to be optimal conditions. I'd be surprised if we don't get some bonuses for this. Okay, so adequate conditions. Is that all? I'm feeling confident about today. 2, 1, go! My counting was completely off then, but it's fine. I'm just a bit keen. Oh, lots of flames on this one. Okay, come on. I believe in you. I know you can do it. Everything looks okay so far. It is? Oh, but we do have a failure. -1 command on the first task. Oof. Okay. But our rockets are leveling up, which means they will be more reliable. Very happy with that. Following a successful launch, mission phases can be handed over to a secondary operations team if you don't want to conduct the mission manually. The chance of success is based on the payload reliability. Well, you know what, I will probably... okay, I will probably do it to myself. Because I do not want to leave it up to chance. So I need 1 comms and 2 data. Okay. So 1 comms, 2 data. I guess first turn we just go, so 2 and 4 is what we want for the bonus. So we don't have any thing we can do really here. We've only got the 1 command, so I'm just going to get a data. So hopefully that works. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll get our data. Very good. And then we can spend that data to get an additional comms, and then we need an additional data to get to 4. But we probably will want to go... Actually, let's get a comms there. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Geez, I'm gonna have to spend an extra power here. Yeah, which means we're gonna have to start bolstering our power. That one's worked fine, thankfully. Good, good. So that's our comms. So we've at least done what we require. Yes, I know about bonus objectives. So we only need 1 more comms and 1 more data. We do have 2 power, so we could give it a go. But let's just do 1 like that. And then we can go for a 1 data on the final go. Just giving that extra bit of power just to make sure we can overcome problems like this. And just make sure that we can reach our bonus. So again, we're going to go for that extra bit of power, and then we're going to go for our extra comms, and then that will reach our objective, hopefully. So that bit of power there is a safety net. Oof, and it looks like that just worked. So that is great. And that looks like we've now got a successful mission, which is really good. Everybody's very happy about that. We have achieved Earth orbit. We get our little bonus. That gives us increase in science. Very good, very good. And we've completed another successful mission. We have done our solar wind monitoring. That means we can now... oh, hang on. Do we still not have enough money? Okay, I'm going to move to the next month just to get a bit more income. We have researched humans in space. This is really good. It's like NASA's failed on the artificial satellite, so that's a shame for them. Let's look at what we need. So it looks like we need the Mercury to do the human in space mission. So I'm going to go ahead and research that. What else do we need for that mission? We need probably new parts. Yeah. So we'll want something that can go as far as the just enter Earth orbit. We don't need anything more. It looks like we need to upgrade our launch pad as well. So we need to get to the medium launch pad. So it might make sense to go for the launch pad first. Do you have a power generator here and a better research lab? And astronaut training. So these are things that sound like stuff that we will want for manned missions. I'm going to go for the launch pad first, I think. Let's research that because I will need to plonk that down and let it build. And then we will need to look at these and figure out which rocket parts we need. Let's come back to the moon and have a look at our orbit here. Okay, so it looks like we've got a couple more people chiming in on this one. Let's see if we've got enough money. I can't remember how much it was going to cost. Oh, we've got 2 Grandiosos. Okay, well, let's delete one, so I don't need them both there. So let's look at this one. It's going to cost us 218. Oh my goodness, we're so close. Let's let's at least get that being constructed. Okay, yeah, Japan is planning the. Uh oh. I've just jumped 2 months for no reason. Okay, not a problem. Let's build our vehicle. So we're going for the Grandiose. It's going to take 8 months to build. Let's confirm that and build the vehicle. Brilliant. So that's going to take us a little while to build. I would like to see. So Japan are launching in 13 months. So we've got 8 months to build and then we need to try and launch. So it's going to be close. It's going to be close. But I think for now I'm going to leave it there and we'll come back and try and do our moon mission in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed what you've seen today, please do leave a like. If you've got any tips, tricks or anything to say, please do leave a comment. And as always, if you'd like to see more videos like this, please do subscribe so that you can be up to date with any releases. Thank you very much, and until next time, goodbye.